This is going to be a slower paced one coming up here. A lot of that set play coming out from Link, able to disrupt a lot of the minecart approaches that Steve is kind of known for. That bomb is going to be super useful as well for isohel in this. But we'll see how Redacious is able to kind of shape up to it because he is playing Steve. So imagination combos out of thin air already 35%.
You know, this has been such a aggressive summit. Like, pretty much every matchup that we've seen. I mean, this also, fits with the Chicago meta.
Yeah.
Most players play aggressive characters. I mean, they don't sit back and camp. This is one of the slower ones we've got. Yeah. But even then, I think both of them want to go forward and press those buttons.
Yeah, I think out of the players that are here, I think Joe Cruel is probably our slowest paced player.
Yes.
In general, you're right. Chicago loves playing even the traditionally slower characters. We love playing them very high octane. It's kind of a big staple for us. But we've got Gold Tools online, which is going to start up with some nice combos. But unfortunately for Redacious, he's got to flub those. The nerves are definitely getting to him this late into the stage, into the bracket here.
That might have been just a good SDI up to the platform as the easy escape route.
Yeah.
Too. But okay, thought you could cross up with the bomb, but Redacious didn't really seem too phased by it. And okay, it sets up a sneaky little trick with that down smash on the brick platform.
Really, really love that coming out from Redacious there, able to secure a kill. It does catch people who tend to be a little too antsy coming off of the ledge there. Those block cancels can be very, very tricky, but isohel cleaning up the stock very quickly afterwards, catching an up smash read. But, oh, the trickiness with those Redacious patented up Bs. Fantastic stuff coming out from him.
What an unexpected angle.
Yeah, dude, he's so good at it. I don't know how much of Redacious you watch, but those up Bs are some of his favorite things. It's his favorite move on Steve Kit is Redacious. Is that up B.
And it took isohel by surprise, took me by surprise, but not leading to too much damage. I like that one just to kind of intercept the bomb.
Yeah.
But now isohel looks like he does have some kind of defense built up to stop it. At least if it doesn't cross up, right?
Yeah.
Got the forward air there.
If we're being a little too aggressive with these up Bs, which, I mean, certainly it is a fantastic move and it doesn't have any end lag on the once he cancels it, but it can be very easy to catch if you aren't careful with how you're using it.
Yeah. And okay, leading into the back air here with the wooden pickaxe. Not going to be too strong versus the heavyset Link, but he's hanging on for dear life. Wall is established. Ooh. There is a angle back down to the stage, though.
Yeah, I actually really like what isohel did there. To avoid the down tilt setup there, he was able to actually use the wall to stall for a second on that up B because those magnet hands on the wall go so far.
The multi-hit of the up smash just did not work for Redacious because isohel just started doing a move.
Yeah.
And it got eaten up by the up smash in return, and that's going to be the difference between the stocks in this game so far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that Steve up smash, while as fantastic as it is, such a good move, it is unfortunately very slow. That's almost a full second animation of, almost a full 60 frames of end lag if you whip it. So it's unfortunate that the scoop hitbox didn't hit them there. But I mean, Red able to kind of force isohel in such a tough situation because if you mash out too fast, you get the forward air spike or just killed straight up, even if you don't get the spike. But if you mash too slow, that happens. You aren't able to get anything. But man, such an explosive combo opening up here for Red.
And the diamonds online, that is going to be a scary situation here for isohel. His percent climb just a little bit more. Well, even now you could die to a forward smash at the ledge.
Yeah.
You just gotta be super careful. But by being careful with the diamond tools online, that just means Redacious has more time to just refill the tank.
Yeah, and I love Redacious opting to actually leave the bomb on the other side of the stage so that isohel isn't able to really start anything up with those, patented ledge traps. Love the wall of life there for Redacious as well, setting that up so he doesn't have to worry about any form of aggression and recrafting the tools, but isohel using the bomb to get back to stage here as well. Really good. This is such a tense first game, and we... Okay.
Oh.
All right. We're
living, though.
Still pretty tense. Still pretty tense. We've got just under 3 minutes on the clock.
Using the bomb just to get back to center stage without having to deal with any kind of ledge trap situation. Oh no, not like this!
Ooh, yeah, unable to make it back for isohel. Redacious is going to steal that one out of his hands with another minecart.
Yeah, and I don't think it was even a matter of he didn't mash hard enough. Because, the only way you live is to mash hard enough. I think he was mashing as hard as he could.
Yeah, but you're just such a high percent
Yeah.
as well. And then on top of that, Red, so aggressive when he got caught by that minecart. It's a really scary situation. And with so much on the mental stack when playing against a character like Steve, yeah, it's bound to happen.
So I think we're just running it straight back.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get a lot of that. We are playing Ultimate, unfortunately, so we're going to see a lot of PS2 today. But it's also a pretty decent stage for both these characters here. Obviously, isohel doesn't want to give Redacious a stage where he can kind of block off the ledge, because on PS2, that's not possible to kind of gimp that recovery early. So you're no easy early stocks for Redacious on this stage. Also, it gives isohel a lot of room to kind of play with Boomerang and other projectiles and whatnot. So I don't mind this at all for him at all.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense here for Link. And as long as like you're not on Lilat, I think no one cares for Steve. Like Steve's great on every single stage.
Yeah, it's rare to get a stage that he like truly dislikes. Even his worst stage, like Smashville, he will still go to on certain matchups because of the it's just easier. But oh my God, these combos from Redacious are getting really creative.
They're creative, but they aren't like 0 to 90s. That's the thing that's kind of keeping isohel in the game.
Yeah, but oh my God, that
little
ledge
swings, but.
See, the thing is that isohel's doing such a good job with the SDI, like you mentioned earlier. So he's not getting hit by a lot of the long combos, but I love these 2-3 pieces that are keeping isohel in disadvantage just long enough. And I love going for the S-smash there. Unfortunately, it's going to break the sword as well to kind of make it a little bit harder for Red, but we'll see what he's able to cook up here, because right now he is very clearly in the lead, even though he's in the corner.
And there was a time where Link was known for like just the crazy Z-drop bomb combos that led to a ton of percent all at once. But that was a meta long ago.
Yeah.
Although, let it rip with the forward smash, not quite enough to take the stock.
Not just yet. I mean, and we're playing Steve, so we've got plenty of time to stall. And even if we get caught, we're able to make it all the way back. I love the no iron down air to stall for a little bit longer. We're gonna, I love that so much. Knowing that you have no end lag on that up B, so you can bait something, waiting for him to do something just panicky. Good stuff from both of these players here, playing very, very patient on both of them.
And isohel tried to catch a jump with that forward air in the corner, which would have been, I think, more than enough to kill Steve, because that forward air is very strong on Link. But everyone's staying alive, as you mentioned. Just like the survival instincts from both of them right now are exemplary.
And Redacious able to get another diamond on deck there after crafting the first one. Good stuff, good awareness, and good recognition from him to know that next diamond is coming out.
Oh, I thought returning Boomerang into something was possible for isohel in that situation. Okay, just stay away from the bricks of the ledge entirely.
Oh, yeah, go straight over them. Just straight over them. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Red has been using that setup all weekend. Those 2 blocks in the back, because if you hit him, he's able to tech hit and punish you. If you're too careless with your approach, he's able to grab you and force you into a tech situation as well. Really good setup coming up from Red here.
And tech or no tech is a setup to KO.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter which way. It's just you turn the F smash one way or the other.
Yeah, exactly. Just on reaction, just wait. Love that Boomerang placement, though, coming out from isohel there, able to catch the minecart. But Red is playing so careful right now.
And he's got all the time in the world. Link's not too fast on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can place those 2 blocks, get your diamond set up. Although he immediately... Did he summon the diamond? No, I think he got interrupted in the middle of it because it's still in the stack.
Yeah, he got... I think even if he didn't, he had another one.
Yeah.
He had 2 on that, so he was able to get a lot. But oh my gosh, opening up this... Taking that stock,
this is big.
Immediately opening up with a quick 80%. Really good stuff coming out from isohel there.
And then respecting the tech on the backside. I like that with the block.
I also love, because he is starved Redacious for resources, but this is the Steve factor as well. You're going to be able to put him in such a precarious situation and rack up a quick 80% off one missed interaction from isohel's perspective.
And that was, as you mentioned, with no resources, no really great positioning there, but you were able to force the up B out of Link and then just get a big combo.
Yeah, and very creative, and that retreating up B from the ledge there, good stuff, but oh my God, just barely whiffing on the dash attack.
Yeah, hate to see that dash attack miss.
So laggy. Yeah.
But okay, you knock the Steve away. Can you come up with something here? Yeah, okay, just put some pressure on by leaving the bomb on that platform.
Yep.
Playing Snake at home.
Yeah, exactly. And that remote bomb is just so good to have in this matchup, because it does, no matter where you are, it does break the minecart. Even if he's just holding it or if it's just laying on the ground, it'll break it instantly. So it's a very good tool just to have out, even if you don't use it.
Okay, here you go. Nice mix in with the up smash.
Oh my gosh, and I love that Red isn't pulling the trigger on certain things, like just kind of going for these up tilts, because you know Steve's can be so explosive with those up airs and those up tilts and whatnot, but Red opting to reset instead because he knows he has such safe options that he doesn't need to go for the fancy stuff, because so long as he is playing a good advantage state, all he needs is just the kind of movement with his good buttons.
Yeah, Steve can sometimes get stymied by characters that have better movement than he does, which is actually a lot of the cast, but it's definitely not Link. So you can just use that as a movement tool to reset across the stage if you like. That's like the biggest burst option that Steve has, or sorry, that Link has for movement, is just using the bomb to send you all the way across Pokemon Stadium. And it costs you %.
Exactly, and it's also such a set trajectory as well, so it's very easy for players to catch on to, especially characters like Steve, who can build up there so quickly that it's always something you have to hold on to in the back of your mind. It's like, okay, I can recover like this for so long, but eventually this might catch up to me.
So we've slowed down a smidge here, as isohel's really not trying to overcommit to anything. But that just gives Redacious the center stage, and he's allowed to get all these resources he needs, and looking for some sneaky cross up here. Minecart to the left, up B to the right. Where am I going to land? When am I going to press the kill switch button?
Yeah, and it is so difficult for isohel to actually get anything started because he's having such a hard time actually getting his hands on Redacious. Redacious using everything in his toolkit to play super evasive and not allow isohel to get his hands on him in the slightest. Oh, I love hopping back into the minecart too.
That was really vague if the minecart was going to ping pong off of the block there, or if the block was going to break, and that mixed up isohel a bit.
But well-placed nair, but unfortunately, that's going to be a minecart grab and a forward air. Another game for Redacious, going up 2-0 against isohel here.
Yeah, and it was just patience.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy, nothing crazy as far as, like, Steve's burst options are coming across here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 2 games that have ended with just 2 minecarts that eventually catch the slow Link who has trouble avoiding.
It's funny that we talked about it earlier, how Chicago tends to be pretty aggressive, but both of these games have gone down to like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left on the clock.
and yet they weren't like campy slow.
No,
games.
not at all.
There's interaction. There's crossing each other up. They are holding forward enough. I mean, it's not like revolvers on the screen. No one's ever going to be fooled into thinking revolvers on the screen. But that's just the nature of how sometimes these matchups grind to a halt.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it really is, a lot of it is so much movement and micro interactions between the two of them that have really made or really make or break a lot of the set going on.
And like again, if the dash attack was like 2 frames faster, that whole entire game could have been very different for Link. So here we get a game 3. This is going to be a Pokemon Stadium or bust set, it does appear.
Yeah.
Makes sense, as we mentioned. But okay, get out of dodge here.
See, another thing that I have to commend Redacious for is his resource management, for the most part, has been very, very good. You'll see a lot of Steves, somebody who comes to mind immediately, another Chicago Steve, Skippy Blockenheimer, or as we call her, Gailey, tends to run out of resources very quickly. And it is something you see a lot of newer Steves kind of deal with. Oh, yeah, fantastic ledge trump. Never mind. isohel doesn't want me to talk about Redacious. He wants to talk about how explosive he is as a player right now, because what a fantastic way to start.
Double jump used the. Oh, I thought he double jumped into I guess it was just a hop out of the minecart.
Yeah.
Resource saved. Link still living, but good luck versus this brick wall down tilt shenanigans.
Yeah. And he is trying so hard to catch with that 2-frame down tilt, but unable to get anything. And this is the first time isohel's had quite the significant lead, I feel like. We've got no iron, or not a lot of iron on deck. Now we've got none, but we're getting a little bit more of it. And isohel is so content here to kind of sit back. He doesn't need to press the advantage, but he's going to anyways, because why not, right? You can put a lot of pressure on Steve without actually hitting it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like just the fact that he's in the corner when you have the lead is fine.
Yeah.
And like 48%, 60% climbing, you don't need to go for bursty things when you have the lead.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And so center stage is enough of a victory right now for isohel. He's taking it slow. As soon as you try to drop on that platform, here's a forward air waiting for you. Yeah, and it's adding up, 93%.
Yep, see, there it is right there. The minecart breaking off of the bomb, the Z-drop on the bomb, right as he caught onto it. Right as he grabbed, just getting broken out of it. No follow-up for Red either, due to the minecart just not hitting.
That's trouble. Oh, no!
Oh my god, he was still able to make it back. And Link's get-up attack, one of the very few that are so large that it actually shuts down a lot of options that Steve has as a ledge trap. We're going to see an up-tilt confirmed. Good stuff from isohel, taking a really solid lead in this game number 3.
Yeah, okay, you kind of got to give up the diamond. That's just what the angel platform and Bone's going to do. But the fact that Redacious has got to pull it out right now, he's going to have to summon probably another diamond before this game is over.
Yeah, exactly. But we're holding on to the bomb here. Don't really want him to have it at all. We're just going to throw it away there. But, I mean, hey, you still have diamonds. Diamonds are a Steve's best friend right now. And look at that damage, man. Just a couple of interactions, you're already at nearly 70%.
Oh, and you don't cross up that neutral air on the shield. I mean, Steve's going to eat you up. And again, 100% in the blink of an eye here.
Yeah, and there it is again, that get-up attack, or yeah, that get-up attack from ledge, stopping Redacious from getting the grab that he was going for. Because he was right, he knew he was going to get-up attack there, but because that get-up attack is so big, there's nothing you can do about it.
And now the resources are entirely gone. You're going for an up smash, maybe a little bit of a panic maneuver here for Redacious. Although you know when you're this far behind, you got to go for a big swing.
Oh, yeah.
Not big enough.
Yeah, really nice tech, and I love a good air dodge coming out from Red there. But there are those up B angles that Red is so known for. So things are not out yet, but that up tilt is certainly going to take game number 3 for isohel, giving him a point on the board.
Shoutouts to production who put that one on the board with the swiftness. Holy cow! You didn't even finish your call on the end of the game, and it was up on the board.
No, not at all. It was that was.
I thought that was game 4. I'm gonna be so real.
Fantastic stuff from isohel.
Yeah,
it was fast. That game was a lot faster. The game that isohel won there, a lot faster than the games that Redacious was winning. Mm-hmm. Right? Redacious kind of really succeeds at kind of these what is it? Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah,
you know,
the chip away game.
Yeah. Playing just really good chip, just kind of beating away at your mental stack, really making you really tired, and kind of forcing you to make errors against a character as explosive as Steve is so big. So isohel able to take a lot of the knowledge from those first 2 games, apply it into the 3rd game, and put a lot of pressure onto Redacious so that he couldn't continue to play that chip game.
And the counterplays you mentioned were just really coming in clutch, like leaving the bomb out on the table.
Right.
Finding just these stuffs at the diagonal angles that Steve really likes to approach at. It worked out great. And so, I mean, so far there have been some solid games for both players on this stage, so stick to it.
Yeah. So really good stuff coming out here. We'll see how they're able to open up this game number 4 here. We're going to continue to move. Oh, yeah. Really good spot dodge and an unfortunate kind of a missed down tilt for isohel. That's going to make him eat a quick 57%.
Yeah, and that was just for missing a cross-up.
Yeah.
Your cross-up was so... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the double combo off of the minecart into the TNT that had been set there earlier to kind of put a lot of pressure on, and that's a quick 91%, and that's so scary, especially because Redacious has diamonds so early in the game here.
Yeah, and you can immediately see the difference of Steve with a lead in this game versus Steve with a deficit in the last game. Right. Where Steve was in this exact same position, stuck at the right edge of Pokemon Stadium 2, mining. But when you're down a stock versus up 70% or whatever the number was, you feel much more comfortable in that position.
Yeah, and I also a nice little TDM through the forward air and a catch on the jump. Good stuff for Redacious to open this up. He's able to refresh his diamond as well. He's feeling real confident. You can tell just in the way that he's tossing out these minecarts. You know, he's placing blocks to kind of bait isohel into thinking, okay, I'm going to retreat here. I'm going to get more resources here. But the second isohel tries to push an advantage state, pressing the minecart and saying, no, I'm here to attack. This is my game here. He's playing very well in this game number 4.
Yeah, it's about shifting the tempo and deciding when you're going to burst into center stage. But that's the thing about Steve is they want a minecart to center stage from disadvantage sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's a very vulnerable opportunity. You see that here with the strong forward air from isohel.
Yeah, exactly. And oh, we love these nairs coming out from isohel here. Putting a lot onto Redacious, but unfortunately for him, he's going to miss a quick opportunity there, but it doesn't matter because isohel's able to put on a lot of pressure from some whiff movements coming out from Red.
All of a sudden, isohel actually has the lead by about 30%. He's behind a bunch.
Ooh, yeah, Red getting a little greedy there because he saw that double jump little halo there. And isohel recognizing that he used it, knowing that he has to be aggressive on the disadvantage there.
And plan really confidently on the platform. As soon as those projectiles go out that way, you know that Steve is going to try and walk forwards to you, away from that danger. That means you have an opportunity to reset and get this center stage.
Exactly, yeah. God, these minecarts off of the blocks have been so tricky for isohel to deal with. And I love jumping away that time, right? You have so many good movement, so many good options in the air. Down air and blocks and, you know, even nair even are so good in the air there. So jumping over the get-up attack that was surely, that you know, isohel had been going for all these times, really good stuff coming out from Red to recognize that.
It didn't quite lead to like a big punish or anything, but it's just a good adaptation that may be very important later on in this game, especially so you have 2 games to give. Although isohel will find the kill actually with just a bomb explosion.
Yeah, exactly.
Very interesting, but patient and working out.
Yeah, exactly. And that has kind of been the name of the game here, is isohel being very patient, not really panicking in a lot of situations where Steve can capitalize off of that. The character is meant to make you panic, make you scared of everything he can do. So really good on isohel for not falling for a lot of the baits here.
And I love how isohel will just stand his ground and then like place these down tilts in this position, then retreat and then place some more down tilts, right? Because it's not overcommitting, it's not trying to jump in on a character who wants you to jump in. It's playing nice and grounded and slow.
Yeah. And Redacious is able to catch a forward air here. And like I said, you've got diamonds. Like I said earlier, diamonds are so good for Steve. You've got a lot of iron on deck as well and gold-powered cards. So it's not over just yet. But isohel knows that as well, knows how easily Steve can just blow you up with percentages here and is not giving Red any room to breathe.
That's why you have to play this slow. You can just explode. But speaking of explosions, right back, that forward air is killer.
Yikes, man. Just that forward air beating out that minecart as well, catching it after the first few frames, because within the first couple of frames, minecart's health cannot be reduced to 0. It doesn't have armor, it just cannot be reduced to 0. So they're able to power through a couple of things, usually, but I like isohel waiting just a hair to pull the trigger on that forward air to make sure that he can get the second hit of the forward air after the frames of that kind of armor, so to speak.
Right, okay. And just the patient gameplay, the grounded gameplay of isohel, with excellent convert, particularly on that final stuff. He had like, you know, nair and a hero spin to just clean up the stage, do as much damage as possible.
Right.
Reset, force another situation, whether they're going to minecart or come back into your ledge trap. Just great fundamental gameplay from isohel in that game.
Yeah. So we'll see what else he's able to do here. We're hopping into game number 3. You know, Red has. I will say that Redacious is the kind of player who kind of wears his heart on his sleeve, right? He is a very emotional player. You can see every loss kind of hits him sometimes, and something that he has been struggling with has been that mentality. Right. So I really want to be able to see him kind of pull away from that, you know? Be able to say, okay, I'm frustrated, I'm upset, I'm losing, but that's not going to stop me. And right now, with a quick 51%, ooh, but that bomb coming in, not allowing you to get the combos that you were surely cooking there, it's just unfortunate.
Oh, but you got a minecart reset, and again, just the good avoidance here from isohel. That could have been way more damage. Usually you expect more damage out of a minecart catch, but that is a rare flub. Yeah, and it's really good on isohel there because, I mean, yesterday we saw Toad actually lose the set like that. He got caught by the minecart, and Red was able to get the forward air spike off the while landing on the platform, and just a quick F smash to seal the deal. And that's something that Red is very good at catching, so good stuff on isohel for delaying the mash just enough to avoid that setup. That means these two are playing very close as far as the percent. And actually, that factor means it's 3% difference between the two.
Yeah.
Giving up the center stage here to isohel, but that's not necessarily a position of weakness for Steve because he lets it rip with an up smash. Not quite enough to KO, but still big damage.
Still big damage, especially when you have the diamond there. And yeah, there it is right there. Something that I know Redacious is very good at. He has a very good handle on where he is in the mining order. So a lot of the time, he won't craft that first diamond until he knows he's just a couple away from the next one.
Right.
So he'll retreat, he'll give up sometimes that advantage state because he knows he needs the diamond to get a kill here maybe. Oh, but
the jump gets caught right out of the skies.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, there's the diamond on the other on the stock there, so maybe he might be able to get something.
Yeah, that resource management is going to be clutch and bringing him back into this game.
Exactly. Nice.
Doesn't even kill with the diamond, so it's fine.
No, so we have it fresh now. We have it fresh now. You know, you're not able to. You don't put a lot of damage on the resources on the tools there, so you don't have to worry about them breaking any later or any earlier than they usually would. And there's another diamond right there. Redacious able to get that started, but isohel not letting go of the gas pedal here, just putting on a lot of pressure and catching Red swinging in disadvantage way too aggressively.
I saw pretty aggressive on that ledge trip. He was like back airing to catch a roll up from the stage.
Right.
He just does not want to give up this stage for free.
Exactly, and Red having such a hard time finding anything, able to parry the bomb after the anvil, but unable to actually get anything out of it. Oh my god, that boomerang. There's so much happening on the screen right now between these two characters. It's hard to keep track.
Wait until they add Tears of the Kingdom link into
Oh, yeah. He's building stuff in front of me, and I'm like,
he's
all
just
right.
Steve, too.
He's just Steve with an arrow. Like.
I like that air dodge to retreat to the bomb so you have it as a Z-drop on that platform to help you stay defensive until landed.
Ooh, but gosh, just barely unable to get a kill on that either, too. It's so close here. This could be anybody's game there. I love the minecart, the empty kind of minecart to force him to jump so he can get a forward air, but Red just sitting there. Oh,
we're
fantastic
sliding.
Bomb throw to get the sliding F tilt, or up tilt.
Okay, I like what we're seeing from isohel here. And now, again, he can just retreat. He gets his little two-piece combo, then goes back and throws a boomerang right at the crafting block where he knows Steve's going to want to be. Steve is trying to set up blocks there to defend it, but you can just be obnoxious with your projectiles.
Oh, that's a really good call out for Redacious there. We're on last stock situation, game number 5 now. Both of them such explosive players can do a lot of damage here, but Redacious has just been unable to really get anything started. The boomerang coming back after the armor on the down throw is so bad for Redacious, but it doesn't matter. We're able to get an up tilt. Fantastic stuff to kind of almost even up the... Oh my god! What?
He almost died.
He was able to get the TPC back air as well to cancel it. Good stuff, racking up a lot of damage.
But the bomb recovery here from isohel is going to help him stay alive, help him get back to center without having to deal with any of those blocks on the side of the stage. Just avoid any of those classic Steve shenanigans. But that's the thing, right? Is you just kind of fall victim to like one Steve thing, and then you're close to dead.
Yeah, exactly. And you can hear the entire crowd in the venue really locked in for the set. This could be anybody's game here, but there's the F-tilt off of the bomb, and oh my god! Fantastic stuff coming out from isohel. Such a tense game number 5.
Down to the very wire, and isohel held on for dear life, avoided so many checkmate situations on those recoveries on the side. Got to center stage. When you're at center stage, you can find a way to get that forward tilt, and that's what he did. Yeah,
fantastic stuff coming up from isohel there. That is going to be, unfortunately, Redacious out of the bracket for today. It's a tough loss, man. It truly is, because that game 5 was so tense. He had a lot of a lot of good ideas, a lot of good options, but unfortunately, isohel was just one step ahead every time for that game number 5.
And that was a reverse 3-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, for isohel, who clutches it out in a very tense final situation. And what's sad about these Summit-style events, man, is you invite 16 amazing players.
Yeah.
4 of them have to finish at 13. So.
Exactly. It has to happen. But here's the man of the hour. What's up, isohel? Let's get you a headset here.
Do you need to, like, catch your breath?
Dude,
how you feeling, man?
I'm out of breath, dehydrated. All of the above. Oh my god. My god.
How does that feel?
Why is that my picture? I submitted a picture.
Yeah. We know.
You thought you had a say.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my.
But tense game 5. Really tense game 5. How are you feeling?
I cannot believe it. I needed this. No, on God, I needed this. All the respect to Redacious, really, genuinely. You know, he played so well. But at the end, I think the biggest adaptations I made was just relying so much less on my projectiles.
Right.
Because after like game 2, I was like, you can see me like mouthing to myself like in the match. I'm like, stop pulling bomb. Please stop pulling bomb. I'm like, I can't, like every time I pulled bomb, I like hit myself in like the knee or something because I was like, dude, Bomb is doing nothing. Bomb is
Yeah.
existing on the stage, and it wasn't even like I was using it in a way to get it over walls and stuff, but it just was not working.
No,
So-
there were a couple times where having Bomb on the stage saved you from a couple minecart
I do
fails.
agree, I do,
Yes,
yeah,
there
yeah,
were a couple
yeah.
times where having the Bomb on the stage is very helpful in that matchup due to it just breaking minecart.
I agree, yeah.
But,
I think...
But getting punished for pulling Bomb or pulling
Yeah.
Boomerang way too often
I
when you don't
know,
need to
yeah.
be, that is so hard, especially against a character like Steve, who can blow you up for the smallest mistakes.
Exactly, and from halfway across the stage.
Exactly, yeah.
So once I started being like, okay, you know what? Link has a sword and a foot.
Yeah.
Let me just use those. Let me just use those.
I have a
good
question
foot.
for you. There was one instance in particular you got a forward air kill off of catching a minecart, but
Yeah.
you hesitated like half a second on pulling the forward air. Do you know about the how minecart works for those first couple of frames?
The startup. So when I try to fair minecart, I'm aiming to hit the startup. So because from my understanding, he gets like invincibility. Not invincibility.
The
pretty early,
cart,
right?
the first couple of frames, I don't know the exact number. The first couple of frames, the health cannot be reduced to 0.
Yeah.
So you are aware of that.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
did
yeah,
point
yeah.
that out. It's like you waited just half a second
Yeah.
to get the forward air to
Yeah,
get that kill.
I mean
and
it-
it's those micro,
Exactly.
those minute understanding of how Steve works as a character to actually get.
Yeah.
Thank you. First 18 frames. Thank you, John.
My general rule for dealing with minecart is either be so up close to him and so you have to know it's gonna come.
Yeah.
And you have to commit really hard so you can catch the startup, or back up and catch it while it's
While it's-
moving.
yeah, yeah,
while
yeah.
it's moving, because the in between there, like you said, is really awkward because of the amount of invincibility he gets.
Yeah.
But wow, I actually have no words. Again, all respect to Redacious.
Yeah,
I'm
he
really
fought
happy.
valiantly. Yeah,
I
that
got
was
that, yeah.
that was very stressful for both of you.
Oh,
Fantastic
dude.
stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you so much.
You played a really good stage control game, even if you were trying to pull less projectiles.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So was that your focus? Was that the idea in your mind?
My idea in my mind was I can become a wall with my nair and my disjoints and nothing else. There's
Right.
no I do not need the presence of a boomerang or a bomb. I was using boomerang to cover high minecarts.
Right,
But
right,
that
right.
was it. That was it. I was like, okay, I don't need it for any other reason. Link, his presence itself is like a wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wall you can't get past. And I think that's what gave me the most leverage toward the end of the set.
Yeah, you did a really good job specifically of when you would dash forward, and then you would put up either the nair or the down tilt or the forward air in a position where you weren't drifting in.
Yeah, no,
right?
no, yeah.
You would if you were gonna do a short hop, you were standing straight vertical.
Yep. That's the point. The point, I'm not aiming to hit him. I'm aiming to cover the area in front of me,
Right.
so that he knows, hey, get out of my space. And if you
Yeah.
run in here, you're eating this F tilt, you're eating this down tilt.
Yeah.
And after that, the mix-up that comes after that is Red starts waiting, and then me, I'm like, okay, you're subconsciously respecting all this space. That means I can push up.
Right,
So what I
exactly.
started doing was I just started running in and grabbing.
Yes,
him.
yes.
Yeah, I was like, all right,
You're
you're
playing
mine,
very
you're mine.
aggressively,
Yeah.
and it for that last game especially, it was rare that he had a full resource bar.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
very rare.
yeah.
Now, to be fair, you're on PS2, so a lot of stone, a lot of iron, but it was rare that he had full resource bar. But we have other matches we gotta. I have to.
Yeah,
cut this off a
so
little
sorry,
early.
so sorry,
We
so
have other
sorry.
matches we got, but fantastic stuff, man. You
Thank
did a
you, thank you.
fantastic job. Very, very nice game. Good stuff.
Thank
Good
you,
luck for
thank
the rest
you,
of the bracket,
thank
man.
Have fun, guys. Goodbye.
That was a fun one.